V'zehu vayomer Lavan, and this is what it means when it says that Lavan said, Hine eid hagal hazeh, that this pile of rocks is a testimony, Veidah hamatzeva, and that which we stood up is a testimony as well. In the feminine, Im ani lo evor elecha hagal hazeh, if I don't cross over this pile of rocks, V'mata lo savor elai, and if you don't cross over towards me, es hagal hazeh chulu, this pile of rocks, to do bad. Now the source of this concept of the gal, the pile of rocks, the concept is like the curtain, the concept that divides between the emanator and the emanated, from the concept of keser to chokhmah, from beyond Atzilus to Atzilus. Yidua shim lo haya mafsik haparsa haya derech v'hiluch tamid min hamaitzel netzalim. As is known that if you did not have this parsa in between, this curtain, you'd have a traversal and a path constantly between the emanator and the emanated, v'lo hayu miskayim man netzalim, and the that which is emanated would not be able to exist, but oros v'kelim, with lights and vessels, mipnei godel ha'aramina keser, because of the tremendous light from keser, ad shahayu mispatlim b'mitzius legamrei, to the point where they would be completely nullified in their existence. V'im ha'oros hayu holchim v'omdim lefamim lefnimi madregos hatzimtzum, and if the lights were would go and stand, so to speak, before the level of the tzimtzum shalahen min hamaitzel, so meaning ve'im ha'oros hayu holchim v'omdim, that we, together with the lights, we would travel and stand on the level before the tzimtzum shalahen min hamaitzel, before the level of the confinement from the emanator ma'achash in pargud, because there's no curtain. So they would sometimes stand on beyond that level of the tzimtzum, because they could go to here, they could go there. The hamshach of the or, you wouldn't always be on the same level. So gamkin hayim ispatim b'mamodim, so the lights themselves would go out of existence from the existence, the state of existence that they're supposed to be, because they would, instead of having that kind of tzimtzum, they would go upwards beyond the level of tzimtzum and go out of existence of the state they were supposed to be in a certain measure of light. From like the concept that the Holy One, blessed be He, stretched forth His small finger, so to speak, between them and burnt them up, like the concept of the Gilui of Malchus, more than the measure of the Malachim, to the Malachim Serafim that they burn up, from that Gilui V'ayin Mashkos B'Torah or Parshas Chai B'Dibur HaMaskal Yafisha Achas Binyan Halavushim Emaisei Mitzvos, what's brought in Torah or on 1 hour of pleasure from the world to come, about the garments that are made from the mitzvos, in order so that the neshama should be able to receive and handle the light from above. It's a certain garment, like the concept of tzimtzum with the oros. And the concept that Moshe came inside the cloud, that there's a concept of a cloud that clouds and covers the light in order so that he should be able to receive it and handle it. Going up to the mountain, Parshas Lech Lecha b'dibur hamaskil ani hine brisi itach b'nyan parsa b'dibur hamaskil v'hivdi la haparoches umashakasa b'tor or chelik beis hu b'likutei Torah al pasuk hashamayim kisi kulzos tikin hamaitzel parsa upargod beino l'bein netzalim, and therefore the emanator fixed this curtain between him and the emanated, Kadesh Yiskaimu, Ba'ofen Siduram Ba'oros V'kelim Chulu, in order so that they should exist in the way they exist, in their order, with lights and vessels. Ubir Inyan Advarim, and the explanation of the concept of this matter, Ini Dua Perush V'Inyan HaKeser Shelahem Shebemaitzil. It's known the concept of the crown in the emanator, Shibechinas Ein Sof Mamash, which is truly the infinite. In comparison to the lower levels that are in the essence. And that level of flow and light from him, it cannot be contracted to be to be revealed within Chokhmah. But you have to have a curtain that divides, to divide between it and that which comes from it. And then those who are receiving can receive from it. Its symptom is not enough. You have to have a parsa. And that's what's called Elokim, that hides the crown, that he surrounds himself with darkness. So Elokim is the concept of this Tzimtzum of Keser. That it says that he surrounds himself with darkness means that we can't receive from Keser directly, but there's a parsa. And that's why it says, this is the concept of that you should know today that Havaya is the Elokim Bashamayim Mimal, in the heavens above, B'Bechinas Keser, what's the heavens above? That's Keser. That's the same Elokus above as below, even though there's a parsa. You should not make the mistake to say that it's not one. V'zeu Eid Hagal Shem Elokim, and that's this testimony of the pile of rocks that in between state, which is like that's the parsa, that's the name Elokim. That lag is the same letters as gal, and lag ba'omer is this connected to this concept of the gal. B'me'ori or erech gal, dayin sham, look over there. If you're revealing from the level of Kesed. Now, this is when we see when you have one neshama that comes to the world from above, beyond the concept of the curtain of the emanator. It comes down in a state of complete nullification, to the point where it goes out of the boundary of the gradative process, of light in a vessel, completely, Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa, like the neshama of Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa, she spalal vayanachush karuch halakevo v'lohid gisho, that he was davening and a snake was wrapped around his heel, and he didn't feel it klal uklal at all in any way. Kiyotz b'zeh harbi neshamos, and like that many neshamos that they existed in a state of complete nullification, more than the level that they graded from this to the source where they were carved out of in Atzilus, with the light in a vessel. Like the neshama of Eliyahu, and for that reason his body went up in a tempest heavenwards. Valderech ze gam kein nishmas ri. I'm not sure which ri that is. Rabbi Yochanan or Rabbi Yehuda. V'zeu shamar alav leis dein bar nash ve'masad demari alei. That's why it says that this is not a person, and the fear of his masters upon him. Why are they able to achieve beyond the spiritual level of the neshama atzilus? It's because this curtain was lifted for them, is broken through, and the emanators shine to them with an extra light. Look about the concept of breaking through on the verse that then will break through like your light like the morning. Look what's brought in the Mamer about the tzaras, if the white spot came first, where it talks about Rabba Bar Nachmani, how he's unique, he's Yachid, he's Margish the Yachid in the Goyim and Olos. That there are unique neshamos called Yechidim, that the Makif shines in an inner way into them. Therefore, they can be Margish, they can answer the question concerning Makifim. Look what's brought about the concept of that the speech of the servant of the house of our fathers is greater than the Torah of the children. It's because of the bowing down and the nullification they had in them, and to a greater extent, we can say that concept is similar to what we just explained here, that they came from this concept of that the curtain was broken through for them. They broke through the curtain and to shine into them. And we can say that this is the concept of that Yaakov separated out the sheep, that refers to the highest neshamos, Lavan that are from the sheep of the supernal whiteness. So Yaakov, who is the concept of Az Yibaka, Osus Yibaka, he's the one that, so to speak, divided out these neshamos that have this level of the breaking through of the curtain, these so to speak sheep of Lavan that are not in the regular, amongst the regular sheep, so to speak. We can say that these neshamos came out of the breaking through of this curtain, v'nikra kesev, and they're called kesev, hakaf keser, that the reason it's spelled sheep this way is the kaf is keser, v'shin chagas tarichanpin, and the shin, or the sin, is chesed gvor tiferes of arichanpin, beis chochma bina, and the beis is chochma bina, kamo shekasu b'makom acher. Masha'in kain, if it's spelled keves, it's a lower level, like it's brought in other Mamar, like in the Torah. Or al derech zahayu kol hanetzalim bebuilt together oros v'kelim imlo haya pargod u'mechitza chulu, and similarly, all the emanated would be without the boundary of lights and vessels if it wasn't for this curtain and division. And that's the concept of this pile of rocks is a testimony to hide and cover the essence of the keser. If I don't cross over from above to below, the concept of the Lavan Elyon says, towards you, I'm not going to pass over this pargud with his patl, and you'll be nullified in existence. And also you from below to above should not cross over, like the concept of that they shouldn't be destroyed by going up to the mountain of Har Sinai. Or like the concept of the sons of Aaron that said that they drew close to me and they died. and like the concept of the four that went into the Pardes, that they wanted to push them out. The Malachim wanted to push them out of there. The Ani hu bechinas keser anikra ayin. So but it's even if it's not on that level, it's the concept of they went to a place that was too high for the neshama, and there was similar to the sons of Aaron, and like we're saying here, like the Gal has that. The Ani hu bechinas keser anikra ayin, that the concept of Ani, when Lavan says Ani lo'av, or I'm not going to cross, the concept of Ani will not cross over. The concept of Ani is Keser of Ayin, Hanikra Ayin, Vu B'chinas Lovan Ha'elyon, that's the supernal whiteness, Shumakor, Motza, Nivius Ha'oros V'kelim D'Atzilus. It's the source for the flow of the lights and vessels of Atzilus. V'Yakov U'Bal Olam Atzilus, Ha'Atzilus Chulen. Yaakov is the master of the world of Atzilus. V'yesh gam kin Farsh Ed Hagal, Ha'Parsa Mafsig Ben Yaakov, that this pile of rocks is the testimony that stops in between Yaakov Shu Olam Hatzilus, that's between Yaakov, that's the world of Atzilus, Ubein Lavan Klippas Noga, and between the concept of Lavan, that Lavan also on the other side, Lavan refers to Klippas Noga. On the higher concept, Lavan refers to Keser, Lavan Elyon. But on the lower side, Lavan can refer to that which is below the Klippas Noga, the whiteness within the Klippa. The Klippas Noga. And that's like the concept of the curtain divided between Atzilus and B'Yitzir Asiyah on the below side. And both of these explanations are true, like it's explained in the Memorim in the Siddur. With all this, you can understand if there's no Chachma, there's no fear. Because by Torah it says that there was a voice above the firmament. What does that mean? That the voice was coming from beyond this curtain. And therefore through this is drawn the fear and the nullification that they were the Pach and Nishmasin and so forth by Matan Torah. And that's why Sijis said Malaholim be'ema of Yira, just like then with fear and trembling. Afkan be'ema of Yira, so to hear with fear in your mind and your heart that you're drawing down from beyond the Parsa. How is this set for all generations? Because it's drawn down this voice from beyond this firmament, meaning the Parsa. The words that I've placed in your mouth. Look what's brought about the concept of breaking through the rocks. In the desert, meaning in the desert by Matan Torah, breaking through the rocks. Or the Al Hasela Hoch, the breaking of the rock of Moshe. It's also like the breaking through. Look what's brought about the concept of Vehanora Kelelion that we see in Shemona Esrei is also a concept of Hamshachas HaKeser, the Harchanas Arich to the Nehi of Zah. Kitzer Ed Hagal Shabli Parsa is Patlo Ben Sius. So this Gal, this pile of rocks, is this testimony because without this curtain that you can't pass over, it'd be nullified in existence. And you have souls that shine from beyond this curtain. This is like the concept that Yaakov divided these sheep, these neshamos, that's on Lavan of Lavan Ha'elyon. And you can also say that this testimony, this pile of rocks. This curtain is also from Atzilus Tubia. Inyan Torah, Torah Ladarta Liyira. We explain how Torah is the gate to the dwelling place of fear. In Chachma in Yira.